Yes. Hello. I want to show you Nix, and I will try to make it quick. Has anyone here used Nix? Or perfect, amazing, you like it. And who has heard of it? Many. Okay, let me just give you a quick introduction why you should use it for Ember. Perfect. What is Nix? Nix is a package manager and a build system. It is a sandboxed build system that is very reproducible and declarative. So what can we use it for? We can use it to build our apps, and we can use it to build dev shells, where all the stuff that is installed that we need to build our apps, for example, the right node version, things like that, can be very useful with Nix. What do we need for this to work? We need a Nix flake. A Nix flake is a Git repo with a flake.nix file that we can do in our repos. And a Nix flake maps inputs to outputs. So it maps, for example, the right node version and whatever else we want, right? And it maps it to the outputs, and it is logged. There's a log file. There's a Nix, a flake.log file that logs all inputs by hash. So not by version. It will not change. It's hashed. How does a flake look like? It looks like this. So we say the inputs, we usually reference Nix packages, which gives us everything we need, like a node version and so on. Here we use the flake utils to create one package output per system, because obviously we need a different node binary if we're running on a Darwin than if we're running on Linux x86 or ARM. And then we just declare our packages and dev shells. And that's how we declare a package that actually builds an Ember app. We can just use build npm package. And what we need to specify is basically a hash for all our node modules. And the simple thing is we just don't specify when we get an error message with a hash, and then we use that hash, and that's what everyone does. And then we always are sure we can get the exactly same node modules used, because like the build will happen in a sandbox where there's no internet access. There are no side effects. Nothing can influence our build that is not part of the inputs, that is all hashed. And this build npm package runs npm run build, which runs our npm Ember build, and then we just copy the dist folder to the $out, which then will be symlinked if we run Nix build dot, or the path to the flake, then it will create a result symlink to the output. So the other thing that's useful is a shell that looks like this. We can just specify which packages we want and so on, and it will basically modify our path environment variable if we run Nix develop and execute some hooks, but that's not used here. But this will give us the exactly same node version in our path variable at the start that is then used if you run Nix build. So that is Nix. We should all use it because reproducibility is cool.
Thank you very much.